For a long time, I trained by blindly following workouts online. But over the past 3 years, through intensive research, by watching hundreds of fitness influencers, and a lot of trial and error, I have confidently structured my perfect lower body workout that's allowed me to be consistent in the gym. And that's what I want to share with you today. This plan has successfully helped me grow my quads, glutes, and build incredible strength I didn't think I was capable of. I will give you my current workout routine, my recommended exercises, their alternatives, and a few techniques. So by the end of this video, you will understand the logic and you can hopefully build your own lower body workout. Let's get into it. Every session starts with a warm-up to get the blood flowing, prepare our nervous system, and reduce risk of injury. I either do a dynamic mobility routine or a 5-minute jog. Before we start, there are 3 things you should know. My training goal is a mix of hypertrophy or muscle growth, strength, and function. My training philosophy really comes down to 4 things. You must be efficient and productive. I want to enjoy and feel good in my body. You should be flexible enough so I'm not locked into the plan, but still be simple enough so I don't get overwhelmed. I train my lower body 2 to 3 times a week, rotating freely through a small curated selection of high results exercises, but always maintaining the workout structure and purpose. I focus more on glutes since I'm quad dominant, but I still hit every major muscle. And instead of obsessing over progressive overload every single session, I focus on it long term because energy levels fluctuate and consistency is what matters most. Oh, and this workout takes me around 2 hours. So now that we're warmed up, let's go lift some weights. I begin with the abductors, aka the glute shelf, to activate my glutes. This helps me recruit them better during compound lifts, especially as someone who's quad dominant. This is extremely low fatigue, which is why they fit here perfectly. I do 2 sets leaning forward and 2 leaning back to hit different fibers of the abductors, leaving no stone unturned. If you prefer, you can also move this later in the workout and start fresh with your main lift. This is the main lift of the session. I chose the leg press because it's less systemically demanding than a classic back squat, and I was pretty tired. Always listen to your body. For more glute bias, position your feet as high and wide as you comfortably can. You want to challenge yourself and build strength here, so try heavier load with moderate reps, pushing close to failure. On days I'm feeling energized, I always opt for my favorite, the free weight back squat. Other alternatives here would be the hack squat or pendulum squat. We move on to hip thrusts, the glute killer. I love performing this using the bar, but the setup, which requires a whole workout in itself, is what makes me choose a machine every time. This works wonders, but I absolutely dread it every time. They create a lot of fatigue, which is exactly why I place them early in the session. You want to position your feet about hip width apart on the lower part of the plate, making a 90-degree angle with your knees on the contraction, and push through your heels. An alternative I often use is the hyperextension. Some might say it's more akin to the RDL, but personally, the contraction is more comparable to the hip thrust. Speaking of, the Romanian deadlift is one of my favorite movements for glute and hamstring hypertrophy because of the stretch. I'm gonna keep the footage of me setting it up because all of this is part of the workout. It always gets me worked up, and that's extra rest time. That's why my workouts are 2 hours. So if you happen to have a gym partner who can set it up for you, please remember to treat them very kindly. To increase the range of motion, which allows for more stretch, use a deficit. Remember to keep your back neutral and drive through your heels. Alternative that allows less load would be the B-Sense RDL, since you're doing one leg at a time. And here's the mandatory staring into nothing, where I might accidentally stare into someone's soul. Every lower body session needs an unilateral movement. Today is the dreaded Bulgarian split squat. Take a big step from the bench and lean your upper body forward for glute focus. These are brutal, so rest properly between sets so you can perform at your best. Two equally good alternatives are step-ups and front foot elevated lunges. Now we move to isolation exercises, starting with the glutes, with the cable kickback. To hit the glute more efficiently, point your back foot outward and kick your leg diagonally in a 45-degree angle. For this exercise, it is super important that you control the movement. Don't be swinging your leg or letting the cable pull your leg around. You have to control the movement, and that's how you will feel it in your glutes. An alternative is to use a kickback machine, which didn't really work for me because of my stature, but try it for yourself. For hamstrings, I go into leg curls and prioritize the stretch by pushing the seat rest as forward as possible. A great alternative here is the Nordic curl, which is a bodyweight exercise. They rock and they're super underrated. And what a pleasant surprise, they're playing Spider-Man. Hello, Tom Holland. Next, I isolate the quads with leg extensions. To deepen the stretch, here you want to do the opposite and position your seat rest as far back as possible. I also use sissy squats or reverse Nordics, two great bodyweight movements. Last but not least, adductors. These are often neglected but incredibly important. I love doing seated good mornings because they also straighten my lower back. And for this exercise, I'm going to show you one more way you can do it. So you can do this with dumbbells or with a barbell. The only difference is the center of gravity and how deep it allows you to go. So experiment with both. I recommend starting out with dumbbells, and once you can comfortably do with 20 kilos, progress to the barbell because it allows you to go deeper, which I'm not doing in this footage, but I did start doing, and I much prefer the barbell now. Keep your back straight and imagine you're touching your chest to the ground. A quicker alternative is to use the adductor machine. That's it for the resistance training. I finish every session with stretching. It's what's allowed me to finally achieve the splits. Stay tuned if you're interested in my full lower body flexibility routine because I'll be sharing it in a separate video. That's my complete lower body workout. Efficient, intentional, and built around high return movements. To wrap it up, we went through warm-up, activation, main lift, 2 compound accessories, 1 compound unilateral, and 4 isolation exercises targeting different muscles. It is very complete, so on days I'm feeling more tired or short on time, I reduce volume and focus on 1 isolation muscle, cutting out the rest. I'll leave this table in the description so you can download and keep as a reference. Use the structure, adjust it to your needs, and design your perfect lower body workout. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. And that's it. I hope this video will help you reach your training goals. Just remember to stay consistent, enjoy the process as well as each workout. Much love.